Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Very, very happy to be with you this morning. Let's see if this is actually happening yet. All right, it is. Yay! Awesome. So thank you very much for joining us today. It's lovely to see you here, Amy and Francois. I really appreciate. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that you are enjoying and appreciating the morning meditations, because I'm loving doing them. I have to say, they're working out well for me, time-wise, lengthwise. They're just they feel good. They're working in my schedule, so that means that means I get to keep doing them, which is really great. Hey, Deborah. Hi, Branislav. Good to see you all here. So I don't have much to say this morning, except I'm grateful to have you here. And so we'll just dive right in. Hmm. Hmm. Hello, beloved ones. It is wonderful to be with you today. Thank you so much for joining me. And I just want to say how wonderful a gift this is that you're giving to yourself. And it's not necessarily about me. It's really about you. When you allow that yearning inside of you to connect with the divine, when you say yes to bringing yourself into a situation, an experience, a connection that strengthens you, that supports you, that helps you to love and be loved more deeply. That is a gift. And the more of these kinds of gifts that you give to yourself, the easier your life will feel. Not easy as in, I don't have to make any effort easy, but ease, that when you do make effort, you can feel the results. And you waste less time and effort, your energy, your resources, in engaging in things that do not support you. So keep that in the forefront. That you are giving yourself a gift every time that you allow these loving experiences, these supportive experiences into your day, into this moment. And when you give yourself a gift that has so much more value than a material object, these kinds of gifts continue to give and give and give throughout your life. Even if you are watching one of my videos just one time, one video, one time, you have said yes to love, to something supportive. And I've been allowed to plant a few seeds. And maybe those seeds do not come to fruition for a decade. But in that decade, you've given yourself other gifts from other sources that are loving and supportive. And as those gifts build within you, something very magical happens. You start to trust yourself. You start to trust your intuition more, your body's wisdom more, your inner wisdom. You trust your own abilities to navigate your life, your day, this moment, this conversation, this interaction, this endeavor. And the very, very best part of giving yourself these types of gifts is it awakens you to the knowing, the understanding deep within you, that as your trust grows in yourself, at the very same time, your trust grows in those people and things and experiences that you are co-creating with. And what comes from that is you realize you are enlightened too. The co-creation that is necessary for a happy life, a joyful life, a peaceful life, that you cannot do it alone. And why would you want to when co-creation feels so fantastic? Even when it's scary, even when you really don't know what the outcome is going to be, even when that co-creation involves you getting naked and vulnerable and sharing yourself in a way with others that you might not be used to, that is outside your comfort zone, but feels so right to do. And as your trust in yourself grows and this life you are co-creating with, it becomes easier to not fall victim to reacting, where you are pausing for as long as you need, and then you are taking action. And even when you take action and at a later time you realize that even though you paused and even though you took an action, after praying or writing about it or talking to trusted friends about it, that the action was really a reaction dressed up as an action. But when you pause and go through the process of heightening your awareness, of awakening to what is, and even if it turns out that what you thought was an action was really a reaction, you can go back. You can apologize. You can make amends. You can sit with it some more and unravel that reaction until you feel the loving action within you. And then you do that. Even if you need a few stops and starts and redos or do-overs, or you have to ask for the chance to make amends a couple times. This is how you grow. These are the gifts that you give to yourself each day that build a life that feels blissful inside. So that no matter what your circumstances are on the outside, you feel steady, grounded, centered, brimming with gifts that you love to share with others. Maybe not by your words, but by your actions and your presence. How you share yourself, how you receive others when they share themselves. And so while for you today, it just might feel, oh, it's Mother's Monday live stream. I always attend, or I try my best to always attend it live, or I'm watching it later because I really enjoy these videos. I want you to really feel what it is inside of you that brings you here. Acknowledge it as a gift to yourself. That you are not coming here to be a follower of Danielle's. You may not even be here to devote yourself to me as a divine presence in your life. You may not really understand mentally why you are here. But if it feels good to you inside, if it feels right, if there is a sense that, oh, relief, I'm here, then see that as a gift that you have allowed yourself to receive. And I'm asking you, beloved ones, to build on that gift. This is just one small example of all the gifts that you give to yourself. When you are on the path of self-enlightenment, self-awareness, self-awakening, it can oftentimes be easy to slip into focusing on what's wrong with you. Why aren't you feeling happy and great or having the life that you dream of? Why do you feel resentful or depressed or anxious a lot of the times? It's easy to focus on what you're not doing. what you're denying yourself. It can be a little more difficult to focus on what you are giving yourself. But to do it in a way, and here's the tricky part, so really listen to this with your heart as well as your ears. It can be tricky to say what you are doing, to acknowledge what you are doing, without that kind of defensiveness woven into it, right? Because that's really just another way of expressing what you're not doing. Or to express what you are doing with the kind of justification as to why you don't need to do anything else. That's also a kind of defensiveness. And again, the energy of it is more about what you're not doing than what you are doing. What you're not doing, meaning what you are denying yourself. When you are reacting from your shadow. So I'm proposing that when you acknowledge this gift that you're giving to yourself right now, or any other gift that you receive, whether you are allowing yourself to have it or others are giving it to you and you are receiving it from them, from the divine, whatever avenue by which you are receiving gifts today, try for just a humble, simple acknowledgement. Don't make it about, well, yeah, but I'm not doing this and this and that. Right? Don't try to justify why it's okay to receive a gift and now you don't have to do anything else. Right? Just let it be what it is. A simple, loving, supportive gift that you have said yes to. Let the gift itself be enough within you. Breathe it in, acknowledge it, and let it rest within you. Let it just be. Without anything else attached to it. So take a few moments with me now. Just to breathe. The gift of your presence here right now with me. Live or recorded, doesn't matter. Just breathe the gift in. Letting go of the shadow. Letting go of any kind of story around this gift. And just let it be. For its own sake. For just how it feels within you at this moment. And let that be enough. So as you move through your day and throughout the next week, practice acknowledging when you receive a gift and when you give a gift. Even when you receive someone's smile, and they receive yours. A gift like this, the gift you give yourself when you pray or you meditate or you chat with the divine. The gift of reaching out and connecting with a friend. Giving yourself the gift of pause. Feeling your way through a situation when it troubles you. And each time that you give, you acknowledge that giving and receiving of your gifts. Do it with humility, beloved ones, so that the acknowledgement, the awareness of the gift, giving or receiving, isn't used to put you higher on the imaginary scale of worth or lower on the imaginary scale of worth. Let it empower you to be present in the moment, centered, equal. Just yourself. It might be easy to think about this for an hour or so after watching the video and then to forget about it. So do what you need to do to remind yourself. These gifts are vital to your well-being, both giving them and receiving them. All I'm asking is that you let yourself have it in the fullest sense of the meaning of that phrase. Right? To really acknowledge it, let it be, and let yourself be at peace with it. And that might take some practice, beloved ones. I love you, and I thank you for receiving the gift that I have offered you today. And know that the gift of your presence is received by myself. Namaste. Thank you all for, oh my gosh, that was so great. I'm sorry, I just dove right into your questions, Cindy. I kind of got lost there for a second. Oh boy, I needed to hear that today. And I already know which part of the gift giving, receiving, what I do inside my mind. And when she named it, I was like, oh, that's what I do. And I think the big one for me, which as soon as she said it, it's funny, it felt so immature, is that, oh, well, I've done this, this, and this, so I don't have to do these other things. Like, it's that, well, I've done my chores, so don't ask me to do anything else that's good for me, or that, that's going to be loving or supportive to me. That really just, that was me. So I know what I'll be focusing on this week for sure. You're so welcome, Marisol. You're welcome, Ricardo, and you are welcome, Branislav. I couldn't get on this morning, so listen to a different one. Oh, Castle Properties. I'm so glad you're doing the morning meditations, but it's only from Tuesday through Friday, because I do this Monday live stream. So I don't actually have time to do both. So Monday is this kind of live stream, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is the daily meditation. So sorry for any confusion on that point, but I'm glad you listened to another one. Cindy, yes, I also have a question about the retreat. Is it a full retreat like an in-person one is? Do we schedule off our entire weekend for the tea? Yes, it is. And it's going to, schedule-wise, it's going to be very much like an in-person retreat. And I'll be sending out the full schedule today or tomorrow. That's my goal. Have it finished, so I'll be sending that out. So yes, it's and Mother recommends that if you come to the retreat, that you do your best to pretend like you're going away to the retreat. You tell your friends and family that you're not going to be available. You plan like really relaxing things to do in the evening, get a lot of rest, a lot of sleep. Deborah Hess is going to be doing her fabulous sacred integrative yoga each morning, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday morning. So yeah, it's very much going to be as if we were all together in the same room. You're welcome, Karen. Hey, Claudia. Did I join Ria Daylight Say? Oh, maybe. It depends on when you got here. But yes, here in Oregon, we do observe daylight savings time and going backwards and forwards and all that good stuff. So me too, Cindy. I'm really looking forward to the retreat coming up at the beginning of December. So if you don't know about it, check out my website under events and read all about it, because I think it's going to be incredibly powerful. I'm really looking forward to it. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us this week. Have a fantastic week. And I'm sure that I won't see you in the morning meditations, but I'm sure some of you will be there. And I'll see you back here next week. Okay. Bye. Much love.